Hello, welcome to the Mississippi Library Commission, and we are going to go ahead and search our website. We're going to go to www.mlc.lib.us. Today we'll be going over one of the resources available on Magnolia. Magnolia, which stands for Mississippi Alliance for Gaining New Opportunities Through Library and Information Access, can be found by hovering over quick links on the MLC website. Once the drop-down menu has popped up, you can click on the Magnolia tab. This will take you to the Magnolia homepage. This page allows the user to explore the options available on Magnolia, but does not provide full access to Magnolia. In order to get full access, let's sign in. So at the top right of your screen, please click on the sign in box. Then you'll click on this I am under 18 years or older button, and you'll type in the code from your public library. Here at the Mississippi Library Commission, the over 18 code is MAGN 1313. Then you'll click this blue sign in button below that verification code. You'll then be redirected to this Explore Databases page. There are numerous databases and resources to explore, but today we'll be looking at Academic Search Premier. So you can find Academic Search Premier by scrolling down and clicking at this right here, or if you were looking for one that is, say, way lower in the database list, you could search it here and it would pop up. And then you can scroll and click onto it. But we're going to go ahead and click on that today. But before we begin searching in general, let's click My EBSCO here in the top right-hand corner. This shows us that Academic Search Premier is part of a larger host of databases called EBSCO. You could choose to create an account in this little blue section here, and this will help you save your projects, save your progress. It'll let you use all the features on the left-hand side of your screen. So let's navigate over there. Over here, you'll see a few options: projects, saved, recent activity, hold and checkouts, alerts. These options help you organize your research as you move through EBSCO. Once we get into a specific resource, I'll show you how you can use these helpful options to never lose your progress or work. Underneath research tools in bold, we have new search, which can be used when you want to start collecting data on a new research area, but not lose progress on other research projects. Below that is the help tab, which will take you to a new web page with lots of information you can search to resolve any issues you're having with the database. Next, we have publications authority and subjects authority. These two options provide specific ways to search that we will not be needing to use today. However, they can be helpful when searching for very specific criteria. Now for the actual searching. Underneath Academic Search Premier in blue letters, click on search articles, books, journals, and more. Then you can type in the topic, person, etc. you wish to search. So let's start by searching for an article on your royalty. You don't have to worry about capitalization or anything like that. Once you hit enter, you can hit it on your keyboard or click with your mouse. We're going to get well over 500 results. So because I don't want to have to dig through all of those results, let's look through some of these filters. The first filter you're going to want is full text. This will limit the results to what is entirely accessible on this website, not just the abstracts or indices of what you can find. That narrowed it down to 343. I'm going to narrow it down even further by selecting peer reviewed, which also ensures that the results will be more heavily researched. That narrowed down to 127. Now, I'm not looking for older articles, so I'm going to click here where it says all dates, and in the drop-down menu, select past 5 years. This gives me 14 results, which is much better to rifle through, much more manageable. All right, so then we'll scroll through, and if you get through all these results and you still want more, you can click show more results and more will load for you. Now, I'm going to take a look at this article right here. Mindfulness, movement, and rhythms as coping strategies for handling stress and your royalties, a worn path. Once you've been redirected to the article page, you have a few options for viewing it. My preferred method is clicking this blue Access Now PDF box. This will take you to an online portable document format. You can also click the download box and choose the PDF format or other metadata only. The former is more likely to work on the average computer, but the other options are here in case you need more specialized possibilities. So I'm going to head back to the Access Now option. Congratulations, you've made it to the article. Let's explore the options available on this part of the article. So at the top of your screen, there's lots of possibilities. So first on the left-hand side, you'll see this little arrow. That's your back arrow if you want to go directly back to the page where you were before. Now let's hover over these icons here on the right. First is the bookmark icon. This allows you to save it to your account. That account we talked about earlier where you can log in or log out, this can save it to there. This quotation mark allows you to see the different types of citations you can use, whether it be APA or MLA. There's so many options you can look through, and then once you click it, it shows you how to cite it. You can also choose to copy it. You also can choose to export the citation if you wish. This will allow you to take it to a citation machine or some sort of citation tool if you wish to have it out there. The next icon, this little folder with the plus sign inside, allows you to save this article to a particular project. Once you sign in, you're able to save that and then keep your progress in order to make things more helpful if you're using multiple sources or things along those lines. This arrow icon allows you to share the article. It gives you a few helpful direct links initially for Google Drive and OneDrive if you're using Microsoft. However, Create Link is probably the most beneficial. Once you click it, it gives you a permalink, one that's not going to disappear whenever you go to log in somewhere else, and you can choose to copy that to your clipboard. You also can email and have more options with this email than just the citation link. It gives you a PDF full text attachment, so you can send it to an email address. You can also choose whether or not you want to include different types of citations, and you can choose whether or not you want to include the abstract. This downward pointing arrow allows you to download the whole text. You can choose to download the full text in a PDF format, or you can choose to download the metadata only. I recommend this if you're planning to print the document or know that you won't have internet access wherever you're going to work on it. Otherwise, save your computer storage, use it online. The closed book icon gives us the publication contents. It pops up a list of other articles from the same publishers. It can be useful for you if you find a publisher or journal you know and like to use. That way you can provide an easy way of finding similar resources. Next is my favorite option. These headset icons, if you click, allows you to listen. You can press the play button and it will load. Sometimes it takes a little while to load, but it will load up options. It is an automated voice, but you can choose the volume you wish. You can mute or unmute it. You can choose the speed at which you want it to play if you need it to speak faster or slower. And you can also choose whether or not you want to download it to an MP3 file if you want to be able to listen to it without internet. The last icon on the toolbar is accessibility support. This is a form you can choose to fill out if you need more options than what is already given. You can fill it out and then press submit at the bottom. Each article on the site provides an abstract, which is essentially a summary of the article, as well as keywords for each article. And then at the end of every article, after the Works Cited page, is a copyright page. This gives you all the information you need if you wish to search out more content from that copyright holder. And that's it. Thanks for walking through academic search for me with me today.